Yo, what's good with it, Pack family? This your boy, Mr. Check My Resume. I'm here to bring you my watch list for the week of September the 11th. And y'all already know what it is. We're going to get out with some bangers. So, without any delays, we're going to get right into the plays. So, the first one on my watch list is going to be Uber, ticker UBER. So, we're going to show you what we're talking about here on Uber. We got like an inside week hammer setup here. I'm looking for a 2-1-2 continuation is really the setup that I'm focused on here with Uber. We got a level of 47.25 for our trigger point. And then also, if you want to go up a level to the month time frame, we also still inside, still early in the month, but we're looking for a 2-1-2 potentially on the month to the upside here above $49.03. So we have a little bit of work to do. But the thought process here will be if we do trigger with the bullish continuation here, we think magnitude will take us to trigger that month as well. So that will take us back into full time frame continuity on the macros and the lower time frames as well. And then we should be off and running here. And then we have some potential highs up in the $50 range, or north of $50. So first things first, we got to get these week trigger and month trigger, and then we'll see if we're cooking with grease by then. So that's the first one on my watch list. That'll be Uber. So just want to, focused on that one right there in the industrial space. So moving on here, though, we want to get into the consumer staples. And one of my ones, it was on my watch list last week, but it didn't trigger. Actually, I'm tripping. It did trigger. Gave us actually triggered 2 weeks ago. Stayed inside this week. There we go. I was a little bit confused, but we went two up, two down, two up 2 weeks ago. Finished with a strong inside week this week. So it gives us another opportunity to take an entry here on Costco. And Costco ticker is COST. So again, we close with like a hammer-shaped candle here to close out the week. So we're looking for some really strong move to the upside here with a nice trigger to the upside. And so let me show you the chart and what I'm looking at. So again, we're talking about this inside week hammer here. We're looking at a level of 552.38 as a trigger point. Also on the month, we do see the double insides. We have the current inside month and then last week's inside month. So we're looking at a level of 569.21 to trigger that 2-1-2 to the upside. If that is the case, then we're just essentially going through a week level TTO where it just needs a little bit of time to get through that range and now push back up. And we do have a volume gap here up to about 558 on the daily time frame. So there's a couple of thoughts there on Costco for it to potentially move up to the upside. So definitely that's another one that I am paying attention to for next week. Just to keep it going here, I want to take a look, and I want to jump over into the technology sector. Those of you OG Pack members, y'all might remember this one we played very, very long time ago. We played it like intermittently since then, but now it looks like here's an opportunity to take advantage of it. Some of us call it CERM, but I'm talking about CRM. So we're here in the tech sector, just seeing if we have a little opportunity on something that has a little bit of relative strength here to the upside, and potentially an opportunity for us to take advantage and obviously make a little money, right? So on CRM, let me pull the chart up for you here. Come on, there we go. CRM. So CRM, looking at the inside week. First things first is what caught my attention. Second, we are just under a month level broad information around 227. So that is something to be cautious of. But like we say about these higher level macro triggers, sometimes we will have a little bit of choppiness or consolidation or what have you. And I say that because if you look at the month time frame, looks like we're TTOing here. We had a 2 down last month. We've been in an uptrend for pretty much the entire year. And this is the first month that we took out a new low. And so now it looks like we're going to push back up to Rev Strat here on the month, 2-2 Rev upside at 228.79. So we're actually really close to that trigger point. And we got the early trigger on the week here at 225.47. So we've got a couple of triggers very close in price. We do have this monthly broad formation just above our heads. Looks like price has kind of been cutting both ways through it. So we may have an opportunity where price will kind of push up from that broad formation. And if we do get movement that I expect, and we see some potentials in the 240, if not 250 and 260 levels on CRM. We just got to see how strong price is at this point. But we've got a trigger, and so I'm looking for this month rev. And if we get the month rev, then I can see 250 as a likely case here. So that's CRM. That's another one that I really like to set up on, and we'll see how we do going into next week. And then my last one that I'm going to talk to you about, this is another one, kind of one that it's kind of like a pack exclusive, one that we play, I don't want to say exclusively, but we play it predominantly here in the pack. One of those energy sector type of stocks. Got some other really value points related to things like uranium, stuff like that. But anyway, we're going to talk about it here, and we've got CCJ, Kamiko on the watch list. This is number 4 on my list this week. So it's CCJ. We're looking at a couple of things here. This one is what you call in force. It is in continuation on the higher time frames. Looks like we had a weekly level TTO last week. So now we're coming back with a 2-2 rev, looking for a rev strat to the upside above $37.57 to take out the week and continue our movement to the upside here. If we do trigger those levels, we'll be right at a weekly level broad formation, and I'll be looking for us to push to the $39 levels for a short-term move. Then from there, we see some opportunity north of 40 into the $41 range. So that's what I'm looking at on CCJ. It's not much to be said on it. It's been strong. It's one we played, again, intermittently over the course of time. So this is another one we feel comfortable with. And, if we get through these daily level broadening formations right here, we'll push up and try to take out this trigger level and then see if we can get to $39 from there. And so with that concludes my watch list. And then I turn it over to the brother MG. Peace, everybody.